channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mel. Sometimes Andy and I talk about books and book-related things. However, today I'm going to talk about my health, which is not books or book-related things. I had done a poll quite a while back on Twitter asking if y'all would want kind of updates on, what does my ADHD journey look like, which that video is coming up, and also what is my health looking like, because I have claimed 2021 to be the year that I take charge of my health and try and figure out, why do I pass out, dealing with ADHD stuff, that kind of thing. So here I am. This is my 6-month health update. Hopefully I will have an update in another 6 months with answers, but this month, unfortunately, I don't have any answers. So let's talk about the goods first. My ADHD meds work great. I take immediate release Adderall. They did start me on 7.5 milligrams. I just upped it to twice a day, so 14 or 15 total. I just upped it to 10 milligrams a day, 2 times a day, still immediate release, because with the move and everything, I was being a little bit overstimulated by the different sensory things happening in the house, which is nobody's fault. It's just I'm sensitive to those things, and it was causing me to struggle a little bit again, and so I upped my meds. If I get into a position where I feel comfortable lowering them again, then I'm going to, but for now, that's what I've done. I am really glad that I'm on them, and I can super tell when I don't take them. There have been a couple of times where I just straight up forgot or whatever, and they led to me having mental breakdowns. Not full-blown mental breakdowns, but just freaking out over the littlest things, and it just not being a good time for anyone involved. So I'm surprised that is still my response. Every time I'm just oh wow, I really need my meds. It's shocking, because even on the weekends I only single dose. I take one of my meds instead of both of them, and it's still a huge difference, which is bonkers to me. I am really, really glad that I have pursued treatment, and I'm really grateful for my doctor's office, because they monitor my weight as well as just how I look, and they check. They do a drug test every 3 months, and they have me come in every single month. And while, yeah, the $25 a month sucks, it also keeps me on top of doing the other health things that I need to do, because they're hey, have you done this yet for this test, or whatever, which makes me feel great. The other thing was that I was doing really, really well with passing out. However, I had a really bad incident the other day. I will talk about that when we talk about the bad, but I had gone quite a while without passing out. I have been working out quite regularly, and I think that's helping, but we are having a weird time right now where it is sunny all day, and then it'll rain, or it'll be rainy all day and it'll be sunny, and the weather and pressure changes in the air are really affecting me, so I'm having a little bit more migraines and that kind of thing. I also think getting the vaccine affected some of those things a little bit, but I don't have any proof of that or way of explaining it, so here we are. My EEG came back, and I am not having seizures, which is great. That's awesome news. My cardiogram also came back, and my doctor told me that I had one of the best cardiograms that they've ever seen in someone my age. Gold star for me. Love that. I also was able to find an MRI that I can get done for about $500. I am going to skip that until, I'm going to get the tilt table test first from a cardiologist, because I believe that will be cheaper. The imaging required for a MRI is very expensive to run, and that's why they are very expensive, period. But other places in San Antonio, where I live, can cost upwards of $1,500 just for a 10-minute exam, and I just can't financially validate that. If there is another test that is cheaper that could answer the question, since we have an assumption that it might be POTS. My neurologist brought it up, and my primary has also brought it up that it might be POTS, and that the symptoms align with POTS, especially with the pressure changes and the weather changes. So, the bad. The EEG coming back with great results, and the cardiogram coming back with great results is yay, but also we still don't have any idea what's going on. My blood work also came back great. It means that I look incredibly healthy on paper, but we have to take a much closer look at what's going on. All of these base level tests are showing that I am fine, but I am clearly not fine, because I am still passing out. Like I said before, I was doing really, really well with not having passed out for quite a while, but I had a day the other day where I couldn't really get up off the couch without my vision blocking, and I couldn't go upstairs to my bedroom until way later in the day because of how terrible I felt and how my body felt like it was just going to shut down on me. So that wasn't fun. Didn't enjoy that, but you know, there are some instances like that where I am passing out and it's severe enough that like I can't get up and I'm just debilitated, and I hate that feeling. I hate feeling basically useless. The other bad is that MRIs are so expensive. I literally just have that as a note, that just MRIs are so expensive in all caps, which is a little bit frustrating. Is that I'd really like to get an MRI done, but I just financially can't validate, even the $500 one, like I can't validate spending an entire paycheck on, not paycheck, spending an entire month's worth of rent to get an MRI. I can't validate that. So I'm not going to for a little while. And getting these things scheduled is really hard because I try to get them scheduled in the same day, but like some offices are not open on the same day or open in the same hours, or their availability is only at the exact same time. Obviously I can't be in two places at once. I'm not a magician. And so that's been really frustrating because like my cardiologist is like, or not my cardiologist, my neurologist is like, hey, have you had these other tests done? You really need to get them done before we can talk with you again. And I'm like, I can't get them done because I have to go see this person first to get this done so that I can get these other things done. And it's just like really frustrating to try and get all of these things scheduled. My work is doing a great job of working with me for it, but it's still frustrating. I hate taking extensive days off to have to go do those things. Like, I'd like to take time off to like go to Colorado, not like go to the doctor for the 10th time this year. You know? That's frustrating. I say that as I'm going to go to the doctor on Thursday. The next, negative is that going to all of these specialists is getting very expensive. My medical care is expensive, even with insurance. It's quite expensive. I wish that I had the wherewithal to do this as a teenager, so that my parents could have paid for it. They're in a better off position where as a young person they probably could have done these things, but my mom, who is chronically ill, was also going through her medical journey and figuring out what was going on with her, and that just recently became something manageable for her. So I understand why we didn't do it when I was a teenager, because like I was fine, but boy do I wish we did, because it's very expensive. This shit's expensive. What are the next steps? My next steps are going to be a tilt table test with the cardiologist, like I mentioned. That's basically where they strap you down and try to make you pass out. So, terrifying, not excited about it. If anyone's had one before and has any tips or anything, can you let me know in the comments down below, because I'm scared to death. I don't know why, but like MRI, not worried about it. Cardiogram, easy. EEG, that was fine. I just had my mom go with me because being asleep in a room with a man is weird. It's weird. Men are weird, you know? So I had my mom go with me, also because I wouldn't have been able to drive, you know? All of that was fine. The tilt table test freaks me out. I'm going to also continue with my med increase. Like I said, if I feel in a position to lower them, if I feel like I'm not overstimulated anymore regularly, I think that I could go back down to 7.5 comfortably, but for now I'm going to stick with 10. It's still not that high. I know most adults are on like 20, so I'm happy where I'm at with that. If the tilt table test still comes back with no helpful data, then I will invest in getting an MRI. I just would really like to get like more debt paid off before I do that, because I'll have to end up putting it on a credit card or something. So that's it. That's the 6-month health update. Basically, I don't have any answers, and it's very frustrating. But we do what we can with what we have, you know? I'm gonna go. I hope you guys are having a great day. Don't forget to take your meds and drink your water and take care of yourselves. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you want to. If you don't want to, I understand. I do have social media. I am stepping away from Instagram though, but I do have social media on all of the things. So check those things out, and I'm currently running a readathon. So if you're interested in that, we have merch. I'm gonna go though. Hope you guys are having a great day. That's it. Okay, thanks, bye.